Welcome to the 2023 River States Conference Men's Basketball Media Day. The Oakland City University Mighty Oaks finished with a record of 9-19 during the 2022-23 campaign, including a 3-14 mark in River States Conference play. The Oaks defeated IU East in double overtime, 120-115 on November 30th, then beat Carlow University 61-51 on January 14th, and held off Brescia University 59-58 on February 9th. All three RSC wins came on the road, but the Oaks were unable to reach the conference tournament for the first time under head coach Ken French. The Mighty Oaks returned their top two scorers from a year ago, led by guard Drake Moore, who posted 12.8 points as a sophomore last year, followed by Abdul Worry, now in his senior season, who averaged 9.8 points to go with a team-best 4.8 rebounds per game. DJ Redding led the team with 87 assists a year ago while scoring 9.5 points per game, while Jake Cochran and Parker Harrington also saw extended minutes for OCU a year ago. New to the team are Hunter Johnson, a redshirt freshman who returns from a knee injury that sidelined his freshman campaign. Johnson, who led the state of Indiana in scoring as a senior in high school, is joined by highly touted freshmen and Jalen Mullen from North Davies High School and Josh Williams from Connorsville High School. The Oaks roster is bolstered by quality transfer players as well, as Jack Weininger will play his graduate season in the blue and white after graduating from Hanover College, where he was one of their main players last season. Gichero Barica and Jonathan Claxton, both 6'9", will look to add depth in the paint, with Barica coming from Mount Vernon Nazarene University and Claxton coming from Portland Community College in Portland, Oregon. Sam Muller comes to the OCU side after playing at Dakota State University, where he earned Conference Newcomer of the Year as a sophomore last season. We are joined today by Oakland City University head coach Ken French, now in his third season at OCU, as well as junior Drake Moore and graduate student DJ Redding. What are you looking forward to the most as the season begins?
I think I'm most looking forward to just seeing how this team competes. We've had good practices. We feel good about how we've worked over the summer and getting everybody here on campus. Preseason here in August, and it's just seeing them compete against somebody else. We've been on campus so long competing just against ourselves. I'm anxious to see us go against somebody else, and I think it's going to be interesting to see how we grow and how we respond.
How has the preseason gone so far?
This preseason's gone really well for all of us. This summer, I feel like all of us had a great summer. We're all bought into what we have going on here, and the new players are fitting in with all of us, and we're bonding on and off the court, and that's just a fuel for what we have going on.
It's been pretty good. Just going off what Drake said, we got a lot of new guys that came in and kind of learning our system, so it's been pretty good.
Who are some returning players you are expecting to be leaders this season?
Obviously, we're looking for both of these guys to have big years. They had great summers. Both of them worked extremely hard. DJ's going to be a grad student, grad senior, super senior, whatever it is you want to call him, and we're happy that he came back and is in our program. And then Drake had a great sophomore year. But to be honest, I've challenged Drake, and we think that most guys make their most improvement between their freshman and sophomore year. I think Drake's going to make his the most between his sophomore and junior year. I think both of these guys have the ability to be more productive and playing less minutes because our depth is better, and they can play harder for a shorter amount of time, and I think it's going to help our team.
What are your expectations for the season?
Our expectations are pretty high. Obviously last year we didn't quite finish where we wanted to. I think we kind of looked in the mirror and took a step back and just reevaluated some things. So we're kind of looking to make a push towards the top. That's really the expectation. I won a lot more games we did last year, and hopefully win the conference.
Our expectation for the season is to win a lot more games. I think the team has realized that we can be something special this year, and we've put in the work, and our confidence is sky high, and we expect to win a lot.
Who are some newcomers you're expecting to make an impact?
I think we're very fortunate that we've got a lot of newcomers that are probably going to make an impact or have the capability of making an impact. We've got, 3 freshmen. One was a medical redshirt freshman, Hunter Johnson, who could be an impact. We've got 2 true freshmen that both bring an attitude and a winning mentality, and Jalen Mullen and Josh Williams. And then we've got transfers. Jack Weiniger is a grad transfer from Hanover, D3 player, and he shoots the ball really well for a big from three-point, and we expect him to be an impact. And Sam Mueller, another transfer who was, newcomer of the year and second-team All-League in the conference that he played in when he was at Dakota State. We think he's got a chance to be an impact. And Guichero Barica, we think he has an opportunity to have an impact. All of our new guys we feel like can contribute and go with the core that we have returning, and that's where we think we're a lot deeper. And is there one person that we're going to highlight over the other? No, but we're not doing that within our program at all. I think it's going to be a collective team effort with our depth and how we attack, and everything can change each night because we're deep and we can throw different lineups out there.
What are the strengths of this year's team?
Obviously, as Coach said before, we're a lot deeper than last year. We added some height in the paint, and I think on the perimeter we have a lot more guards who can go after it this year. With we kind of lacked last year, so I think those two areas we got stronger.
I'd say our strengths is we have a lot of skill at every position, and we can throw any lineup out there and be successful for sure. And we've put in the work, and it'll show.
What are a few things you need to do as a team each day to be successful this year?
I think on a day-in, day-out basis, we've got to compete, and it's shown in practice. But I think each person, if they show up and they compete every day, and they practice hard, and they push everybody else that's in their position groups, everybody's going to get better, and it's already helped. I think our defense is a lot better than what it was, and I think it shows in practice because we struggle at times going against each other, and it's because our defense is pretty good, and we've increased our scoring ability and skill level on the offensive end. So it's just that the ability to compete every day and have that mindset that we're gonna bring our best, whether it's game or practice, and with the depth that we have, it's going to be needed because some nights somebody may play 20, 25 plus minutes, and the next night they may play 10, and they may not be doing anything wrong. It just may be the matchup and somebody else is playing well.
What is it about the River States Conference that makes it tough?
I think you have to bring your A game every night. Last year I think you could have picked out some teams that you couldn't have slacked off against, but you wouldn't really have to play as hard. But I think this year every team is good, and I think it's what makes the conference special is every team has a guy that can go out and get you 20 plus a night. I think when you have that, it kind of makes going out and defending a lot harder. But I think that's what makes this group special. We have a lot of defenders, and I think we'll be better for it.
How do you see the conference shaping up this year?
To be honest, I think the teams that have been at the top the last few years will probably still be at the top. Your IU Kokomos, your IU Southeast in the West, and you add IU East, who played really well over the summer and into the mix, and your West Virginia Tech, Point Park, Rio, and adding Shawnee State to the East. Those are probably some of the top teams in the East, and it's always hard to play at Alice Lloyd, and Alice Lloyd is been up there the last few years. So I think most of those teams are still going to be very good and up there. I think what we're capable of and what we're excited to see is I think we got a chance to be the most improved team in the league. Where does that put us? I'm not sure, but I think the league is going to be very, very competitive this year, probably more so than it has been the last 3, 4, 5 years.
Thank you for joining the River States Conference Media Day 2023. Be sure to follow all the exciting action this season on riverstatesconference.com and GoMediOaks.com.